Hello students, my name is Supriya Mogle, Assistant Professor at Center for Distance Education, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. I am here to discuss about one of the important topic of women entrepreneur, that is institutional support women entrepreneurship in India. In previous video, we have learned what is women entrepreneurship, what is the environment, then challenges of her path, then empowerment of women. So in this video we are going to learn various types of institutions who support to women entrepreneurship and what are the various types of schemes they are promoting for women entrepreneurship. So let's start. First we'll see the introduction. So women entrepreneurship in India, uh, earlier, there were small businesses owned by women and have traditionally focused on fashion and other service sector. But recently, women entrepreneurs have been moving rapidly into manufacturing, construction, and other industrial field also. And more women got employment. Okay, and in India, with the constant development in Indian startups, more and more women are chasing the entrepreneurial dream and succeeding in their ventures. So, women entrepreneurs try to develop their industry, but they don't get financial support in time, and hence they are unable to run the business efficiently. So, therefore, there are many schemes provided or produced by the government. There are various, institutions, government or non-government organization, that is NGOs, and they provide funds for having financial assistance to implement a project successfully. So these are some institutions or governments or NGOs are there in India which provides the funds for women entrepreneurship. They support to the women entrepreneurship. So we'll see one by one. First is National Poverty Alleviation Program. So it was specially started for women for providing maximum employment opportunities, and this is to promote self employment through subsidized credit, like integrated rural development program is there, then Rashtriya Mahila Kosh or Mahila Samruddhi Yojana, etc. are the programs integrated by this. Next is training of rural youth for self-employment, TRYSEM. So this is supportive component of IRDP. IRDP means Integrated Rural Development Program. So the main objective of this is to provide necessary technical and entrepreneurial skills to youth of rural areas and also for rural women. Third is Socio-Economic Program, SEP. So in Central Social Welfare Board had started this. It works as a financial assistance and opportunities for work and wage to needy women. Okay, so work and wage to needy women like widows or who are disabled, particularly who are economically backward. So this is to provide this act as a financial assistance to them. Then next is Rashtriya Mahila Kosh. It is abbreviated as RMK. So this was formed to meet credit needs to poor women, and they provide short-term and long-term loan to the woman. Next is Mahila Samriddhi Yojana, MSY. So it aims to promote self-reliance and a measure of economic independence among rural women, and also to encourage thrift. So thrift means using money or resources carefully and not wastefully. So how to save the money, how to use the money very carefully, how to utilize that, or how to not waste the money. So this etc. they are encouraging by using this type of scheme, that is Mahila Samruddhi Yojana. Next is Indira Mahila Yojana IMY, and this is to help the woman become self-reliant and independent, to optimize the utilization of resources, then to have active involvement of women in sectoral departments, and to create the awareness in women about development of programs and other issues, etc. Next is Nehru Rozgar Yojana (NRY), Ministry of Urban Affairs and Employment launched this, and where women enjoy their own shares besides some special concessions. So they get some concessions in this scheme and they enjoy their own share. Then next is Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana (PMRY). So it was designed to provide employment to more than 1 million persons by setting up 7 lakhs micro enterprises during 8th 5-year plan through industry, services, and business routes. So this is for to provide employment. That's why it is called Rozgar Yojana. You are going to provide employment. Then National Commission for Women, that is NCW. So under the Department of Women and Child Development, this statutory body called National Commission for Women was set up in 1992, and it provides safeguard to women. Next is employment and income generating training cum production units for women. So this is for the scheme started by Department of Women and Child Development, and this is to extend training and employment opportunity for women in non-traditional and upcoming trends. Next is Trade Related Entrepreneurship Assistance and Development for Women, TREAD. So it was led by GOI, that is Government of India, and comprising the International Trade Center and ILO, International Labour Organization. Women's Development Corporative, that is WDC. So scheme was sanctioned by Government of India. Main functions are to identify women entrepreneurs and provide technical consultancy services, and to arrange the training programs to facilitate the availability of credit. So these types of functions are there for this WDC. Next is Central Government Institution for Women Entrepreneurship Development. So in this, there are various schemes for women entrepreneurship, like Small Industries Development Organization, Small Industries Service Institutions, National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board, Department of Science and Technology, National Research Development Corporation. So these are some central government institutions under which they are, their main objective is to develop the women entrepreneurship, to promote them, to support them, to have financial assistance, etc., to provide training. So these are the central government institutions. Next is scheme available through banks. So, first is Small Industries Development Bank of India, that is SIDBI, and under this scheme, they are going to assist the women entrepreneurs or become assistants to the women entrepreneurs. Then they provide training and extension services to support the women entrepreneurs according to their skills and their, socio-economic status, and they acts as a financial assistance to set up the industrial unit. Then next is Mahila Udyam Nidhi scheme. So this is for providing equity type assistance to women entrepreneurs setting up new industrial projects in small scale industries or small scale sectors. And third is informal lending. In informal lending, it is for strengthening the need of SHG, that is self-help groups are there for women. So for strengthening the need of self-help groups, this scheme is available by having by through banks. The next is Industrial Development Bank of India, that is IDBI. So in this scheme or in this institution, they provide training and extension services. So there are schemes for women entrepreneurship by Bank of this Industrial Development Bank of India, which provides training and extension services to support women entrepreneurs through comprehensive package suited for their skills and socio-economic status, just like a previous one, and extending financial assistance on concessional terms or to enable them to set up the industrial units in small sectors. Then improving socio-economic status of women or assistance by having loans, etc. So this work for that. Then Industrial Finance Corporation of India. So Industrial Finance Corporation of India, it is a interest subsidy for women entrepreneurs which provides incentives to women who are having business threats, and awareness of self development, self employment are created for them, and they can contribute to the industrial development of the country. Next is NABARD. As you all aware about NABARD, okay, it is the apex institution, and NABARD stands for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So NABARD has set up a cell for women for financial assistance, credit and support needs. Then self-help groups also they have promoted, means self-help groups is a financial intermediary committee usually composed of 10 to 12 local women between age of between 18 to 40, and this is a group of people who are on working on daily wages. They form a group, and from that group one person collects the money and gives money to the person who is in need. So in Marathi it is called Bachat Gat. So that is called self-help groups. Then NABARD has launched a pilot project in association with commercial banks, regional rural banks, and cooperative banks. Next is National Small Industries Corporation Limited, that is NSICO. So this is set by Government of India in 1955 to promote and develop small scale industries in the country. It helps in establishment of new small ancillary industries and in the modernization of existing ones by supporting the equipment. Next is Indian Bank. So it is the first nationalized bank to open the women's cell. Okay, you have to remember that it is the first nationalized bank who opened the women's cell, and it acts as a counseling unit for women for undertaking entrepreneurial activity. It also provides training and facilities on term loan for women entrepreneurs. Next is Bank of India. Through this bank, the Priyadarshini scheme of BOI provides long-term working capital assistance. And in this scheme, they provide term loan to the professionals and self-employed like CA or lawyers or doctors, to small businesses like beauty parlors, laundries, or circulating libraries, to retail traders, to village cottages or small scale industries, to road transport operations like auto rickshaws, then for allied agricultural activity. So these Priyadarshini scheme through Bank of India provides the long-term or working capital assistance to these type of people. So the next is State Bank of India. State Bank of India introduced a program called Stree Shakti Package. Is for financial enterprises set up by women entrepreneurs. So there are various schemes for women entrepreneurship and to support them. So there are various schemes which are promoted or provided by SBI. Okay. So there are also various national level institutions also who provide financial assistance and training to the women entrepreneurs, and state level specialized training institutions are also there, like technical consultancy organization or Gujarat State Khadi and Village Industrial Board, etc. Other organizations like Indian Institute of Marketing Management or Indian Council of Women Entrepreneurs. There are NGOs also, like Udyojini, Social Alliance of Women Entrepreneurs, or Federation of India Women Entrepreneurs. So as women today also has to suffer from various challenges, the government has taken initiative for empowering the women and produced many schemes. The institutions are also supporting women entrepreneurship in India, and the leading of women in India really do a new thing and a big achievement and has a bright future in India. So I complete my video. I hope you understood all the concepts. These are some institutions which are provide financial assistance, support, and training to the women entrepreneurs. So you have to remember these 21 institutions, which are in institutions of India, which are supporting to the women entrepreneurs. So you have to remember which scheme is for or what is the objective of that institution. So this is about the institutions of women entrepreneurship, or institution support to women entrepreneurship in India. Thank you.